Hey everybody, VSG Joe. It's been a little while since I gave you an update, but it's for good reason. I have been saving up. That is right. It's now 6 month post-op, and so we're going to do my 6 month post-op VSG update right now. So for those of you maybe new to the channel or those coming back and actually knew that I had been gone, uh, so we'll start out with the stats. So back when I started this journey, my pre-op liquid diet, I was 284 pounds. At the date of surgery 2 weeks later, I was 270 pounds. And as of today, I am 213.6 pounds. So that makes in 6 months my total loss at 70.4 pounds. And I'll let you do the math because I didn't and I'm not going to since surgery there. So feeling really good right now. I have been working out sporadically at best at this point, but been getting in some workouts, some lifting. I've got a little, I guess, pride bet going on with Joe over at Addie and Joe, the gastric couple. And so we're trying to see who can get to being able to bench press 200 pounds first. So far on my weightlifting, I've gone from about 95 pounds, which was a shock for me because I never started out that low, but I've gone from 95 pounds and I'm back up to what is that, 135 pounds. So back up where I can push that and get my sets in and all that good stuff. So I'm going to keep increasing from there and kind of moving up, getting my weights in. And then just kind of keep going through. I'm now doing a deadlift with about 155 pounds. So all that weight and everything is starting to come up, and so I'm starting to get a bit stronger, which is good. I think it has. A couple weeks ago I came to you guys with my last update video and I was 215 pounds. I had been there for literally the entire month of January. I hadn't really lost any weight as I started working out, and it was a bit frustrating, but I think even though the weightlifting is slowing down my weight loss for sure, it's still worth me continuing, and so I'll just keep doing that. But so 6 months, it's been 6 months, and so I had my surgeon's appointment and did a follow-up with them. Not a whole lot to go over there. Obviously they asked me if I'm having any concerns, and I brought up that I've been snacking a bunch, to which case they said basically stop, and that was it. As far as that goes, I talked to them a bit about what I've been eating and stuff like that, and they really want me back on just doing 1 protein shake and 2 meals per day, which was the original plan. I explained to them that I was doing that for a while and would not lose any weight, and that's when I started eating more, and that's when the weight started coming off again. They said that was fantastic, but go back to 1 protein shake and 2 meals a day. So I am probably not going to do that. As a matter of fact, I know I'm not going to do that. It's just, like I said, it got me to a point where I would lose no weight, and I'm fine following their plan up to the point it's showing results. When it's not showing results, I think they should be flexible enough to work with me and figure that out. But if it happened once, sure, that would be a coincidence, but I've tried it like 3 times and I stopped losing weight every single time. So I'm just not going to do it. Other than that, really, as long as I'm not snacking throughout the day, they don't really care a whole lot, I guess. But that's kind of the plan they wanted me to follow. I had been in a stall up to that point. I just recently lost another 1.5 pounds. It just dropped off one night, and I was like, great. No real rhyme or reason to it, I don't think. But it's off, and it's been off for a day now. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm just not going to follow that plan. But, so far, like I said, the weight loss, even though it's slowing me, or the weight lifting, I should say, even though it is slowing me down, I still think it's worth to continue. So we'll keep doing that. 213, got another 13.5 pounds until I'm in Wonderland, I guess. I don't guys, leave a comment. Do we celebrate Wonderland, or is that a woman thing, or is it just all weight loss surgery patients? I don't know, but probably do something there. Obviously I want to lose a bit more weight. My goal overall is more body fat percentage than weight, but I would like to be under 200 pounds because I think a lot of this is still is still fat. If I'm 200 pounds and ripped, that's one thing, but I'm not ripped yet. So, One of the things they do during your 6-month appointment, or at least during mine, is they do actually go through and do your blood work. So I've got a lot of blood work numbers in here, so I'm going to go through that just to kind of show you guys the progress in just 6 months that we've had. So I won't go through every single thing. They did a complete panel on me, which is like 30 or something different points on there. A lot of the stuff, I don't know what it is. Pardon me, guys. But that being said, I did want to go through, I've got my cholesterol, my protein, my glucose, and my vitamin B12 and vitamin D levels. So I'll start off with my cholesterol. So my total cholesterol when I started was 265. My HDL, which is the good cholesterol, is 36. My LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, was 151. My triglycerides were 391. For those of you who are not doctors or may not know, triglycerides, they want under 149. Your bad cholesterol, which is the LDL, they want less than 99. Your total cholesterol should be under 199, and your HDL should be actually up above 39. So that's where it was. As of right now for my cholesterol numbers, and sorry, I know I'm looking down at the paper here, but as of right now, my total cholesterol came down to 242, which is down 23 points. My LDL is up to 40, I'm sorry, my HDL is up to 43, which is a gain of 7, and that puts me over the 39 threshold, so that's where it needs to be. My LDL has actually gone up. I'm not 100% sure why, but it is up. It's up to 166, which is up 15 points. That's a bit confusing. They didn't really tell me or go over any of these numbers, so not 100% sure. We'll figure something out. But my triglycerides are down to 163, so I've lost 228 points off of my triglycerides, which is really good. Triglycerides, for those of you who don't know, that's the ones that kind of get in your bloodstream and can cause blockages and stuff like that. So the fact that those are down, I still got a little bit of ways to go. It's supposed to be under 150 or under 149. So I still got a little ways to go, but it's looking very, very good. So overall, my cholesterol is down. Like I said, my triglycerides are way down. We'll have to work on the LDL to get that to come the rest of the way down as well. As far as hereditary, I don't know a whole lot about my dad's side of the family. On my mom's side of the family, there's cholesterol issues, but it's not necessarily well, let's just say we're all overweight, so it's probably more dietary than hereditary, if that makes sense. So that being said, that's my cholesterol. Everything's looking really good there. My vitamin D level. So before I had surgery, my vitamin D was deficient. I was at 14.8. Our surgeon's office has a scale of 30 to 100 for being healthy. So that was 14.8. Beforehand. Now that I am taking vitamin D supplement, it has come up to 65.5, so I'm right in the middle of that range, it seems. And that's an increase of 50.7 points on my vitamin D. So once again, very happy about that, that we were able to bring that up as well. And then B12. So my B12, I mentioned in a previous video, was off the charts before surgery. It was 1769. I don't know why or how it's that high, guys. It just was. So then I was taking supplements, and you know, we kind of backed off in the last couple months here because it just seemed ridiculous to have your B12 that high. The range for the B12, by the way, guys, is between 232 and 1245. So I was way off the charts, you know, up and above. I've backed off of that a bit. My B12 is actually down to 1576, so I'm still well over the range. So what I'll probably end up doing is just taking my B12 once a week instead of 3 times a week, which is what I dropped it to, and see if I can get in between that 232 and 1200. I don't think it's really hurting me to be this high, but at the same time, it's probably something that we should, you know, we should be in the range. I don't think being that high for prolonged periods of time is probably a good thing either. But I'm not a doctor. Don't play one on TV either. So the next thing that was measured was protein. My protein level before surgery was 7.6. The range is 6.3 to 8.2. I'm at 7.7 there, so probably not really much of a change at all. But that does mean that I'm at least getting in my protein to be able to maintain what I was before surgery. So that's good. Glucose, they want that to be under 100. It was 102 before surgery, which isn't that big of a deal, I guess. It was 96 when I just got tested before. It has been as low as 80. So that just kind of moves up and down, but certainly well within range, and minus 6 points off of that. So all in all, I think my blood work is looking very well. Nothing. The cool thing about the charting system that they use is, one, I can see it and get all those numbers for me. But also, if anything is out of whack, it highlights it, and it'll highlight it. Yellow, orange, red. Yellow is, hey, it's a little. Orange is, well, we need to do something. And red is, okay, there's a problem here. So it's real easy to look through your chart and see if there's anywhere that you are deficient. Everything else was well within range. Like I said, I'm not going to go through all of them in a video because most of them I don't know what they are. But potassium and magnesium, I saw those on there as well. Those are all within range and stuff like that. So, guys, I don't think I'm doing anything crazy here. I try to eat, like I said, within reason. So I'm eating my proteins, not eating a lot of carbs, candy, stuff like that. Making sure I'm eating my protein first and then going into my vegetables. And most importantly, I'm just taking my multivitamins, and, making sure that I'm doing that, I think has really made, the difference so far. Like I said, it's been 6 months. I haven't developed any deficiencies. Nothing's really drastically down from, other than my cholesterol, which we obviously wanted. Nothing is drastically down. So across the board, we're looking pretty good, I think. So, like I said, down 70, almost 70 and a half pounds at this point. So I'm feeling pretty good, obviously. As far as, changes, I went on a walk this morning, so pardon, the nice glistening, sweaty face here. But we went on a walk this morning. It was a little over 2 miles and about 45 minutes, 46 minutes, I think it was. And I noticed a big difference going up the hills. Like, when you're not dragging an extra 70 pounds on you, going up the hills doesn't take as much work. There are still pretty steep hills in my neighborhood, so it, definitely noticed the hills. But I wasn't huffing and puffing as much. My calves weren't on fire. All that good stuff. We were able to do that whole walk. Really didn't really feel like exercise. It just felt like I was out on a nice walk with my wife, and we walked through the neighborhood. They're still doing construction, so we were able to just look around at all the new houses and stuff that they're building in the neighborhood, and it was fine. I noticed also walking through the malls and doing shopping and stuff like we normally do on the weekends. Just do it. I noticed I can wear whatever shoes I want. My feet don't typically hurt. And those are all just non-scale victories from being down 70 pounds. So if you're watching this video and you're on the fence about having the surgery, there's certainly some risks and some complications. Luckily, I haven't had any of those. I know there's a lot of people that don't have those, and I know there are some people that do, but I would say it's definitely worth having the surgery. I wouldn't postpone it. I think the biggest thing is just getting started. My biggest fear was obviously is stopping the soda. I was able to do that after the first couple days. It gets a lot easier, and now I don't even really crave it. It's very seldom do I see, oh, there's a big glass of soda there, If you're smoking, you're going to have to give up the nicotine, obviously. That's obviously a bit different. I can't speak to that. I never really was a smoker, so can't give you advice there, but I can tell you in 6 months, my life has changed dramatically. It's just, I'm more willing to get out and do stuff. And to be honest with you, I didn't feel in the beginning when I started this journey, I didn't feel that I was really missing out on a whole lot. I'd get up, I'd go do our grocery shopping and stuff like that. I would, go out and do things, but like now it's even more. It's, oh, well, something needs to be done. Well, I'm just going to get up and go do it. Yard work has to be done. Let's go do the yard work. I went and bought an axe. I'm going to go split some wood here once we get some not rainy weather outside. But it's all stuff, before I'm like, well, it's in the backyard. I'm not even really worried about it. Now I'm all like, well, let's just go do it. So, but between that and just, the energy level I have now, I never really thought I was low on energy before, and my energy's, pretty much always on. Obviously we all have those lows where it's like, okay, I've been doing a bunch of crap. I'm going to go sit on the couch and watch some football. Hey, that's going to happen, but it's just getting up, getting stuff done, being productive at work, being productive at home. Told my wife, hey, we'd probably go out and do something with the kids. That's not something I normally would suggest. Not that I don't love the kids or anything. It was just getting up and going out. I'd rather sit at home, watch TV. So, like I said, 6 months in, guys, everything's going great so far. And, you know, if you're on the fence and you're thinking about having the surgery, I'd definitely say it's time to make a move on that. But other than that, I think I've been rambling off long enough. I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate everyone's support. You know, Instagram is, you know, growing. I think I'm up over 300 something followers now. Hit over 100 on the YouTube channel, which was great. You know, hopefully these videos will continue to help people and you guys will share them. And we'll keep going, but I really appreciate your support and just helping. If you do find them helpful, make sure that you're subscribing, hit the like button, leave some comments if you have any questions or whatever the case is. I'm very active, as you'll see on my videos. I like to get down in the comments and have conversations with people. Even if I don't agree with what they're saying, I still like having the conversations. And, you know, interact, guys. I'm here, you know, if this helps you out and sharing some wisdom, please, by all means, hit me up. But that's it. I am out of here. I'm going to get this uploaded. And guys, I appreciate you watching. Have a good rest of your day.